could be stopped.
There it goes. That should do it.
Bow needed. Bowen Gonzalez almost.
Bo still doing most of the damage in these exchanges and landing at close range. Wide open for that right hand. He takes another right hand shot. Wobbles away. Lane looking closely. Fifth round coming to a close. Bo wrist. First attempt to step over the ring.
Pertandingan antara Riddick Bowe versus George Luis Gonzalez, yaitu pada tanggal 17 Juni tahun 1995 di MGM Grand Garden Arena, Nevada, Amerika Serikat, atau pertarungan yang dijuluki dengan pertarungan Mortal Enemies, yaitu pertandingan tinju profesional untuk memperebutkan gelar kelas berat WBO yang pada saat itu dipegang oleh Riddick Bowe. Dan pertarungan ini bisa disimpulkan sebagai pertarungan balas dendam lengkap Riddick Bowe kepada Luis Gonzalez dengan alasan sebagai berikut. Alasan pertama, kedua petinju tersebut sudah pernah bertarung sebagai seorang amatir, yaitu ketika digelarnya Pan American Games pada tahun 1987. Dan pada pertandingan itu Luis Gonzalez berhasil menjatuhkan Riddick Bowe sebanyak 4 kali dan memenangkan pertandingan tersebut lewat kemenangan angka yang mutlak. Alasan kedua, pada saat digelarnya konferensi pers pertama kedua petinju, yaitu pada tanggal 22 Maret tahun 1995, di mana pada saat itu kedua petarung hadir untuk mengumumkan secara resmi bahwa pertandingan mereka akan digelar pada tanggal 17 Juni tahun 1995. Namun tidak lama setelah Riddick Bowe tiba di acara tersebut, Luis Gonzalez berusaha memprovokasi Riddick Bowe yang terlihat sedang berbicara, dan Luis Gonzalez mendorong salah satu anggota tim dari Riddick Bowe hingga menyebabkan terjadinya perkelahian kecil antara Riddick Bowe dan Luis Gonzalez pada acara konferensi pers pertama tersebut. Alasan yang ketiga, pada saat konferensi pers yang lainnya, yaitu pada bulan April atau 1 bulan sebelum digelarnya pertandingan ini, kedua petinju saling melempar es antara satu sama lain hingga keduanya harus ditahan oleh manajer masing-masing untuk mencegah terjadinya perkelahian liar di antara kedua petinju. Dan di sana Luis Gonzalez dengan jelas melontarkan hinaannya kepada Riddick Bowe, yaitu dengan membandingkan dirinya sebagai singa dan mengatakan Riddick Bowe sebagai seekor sapi besar. Dan di sana Luis Gonzalez juga beberapa kali mengancam bahwa dia akan membunuh Riddick Bowe pada saat pertandingan mereka nanti. Namun setelah pertandingan ini digelar, apa yang dikatakan oleh Luis Gonzalez tidak bisa dibuktikannya di atas ring tinju. Sedangkan Riddick Bowe berhasil tampil kuat dan terlihat emosional di sepanjang jalannya pertarungan ini. Dan pada cuplikan-cuplikan video berikut, kita akan melihat bagaimana Riddick Bowe mendominasi dan menghukum Luis Gonzalez selama 6 ronde. Sebelum ronde ke-6 pertandingan ini, Riddick Bowe mengakhiri pertarungan ini dengan mendaratkan pukulan overhand yang kuat tepat ke sisi kepala Luis Gonzalez yang langsung menjatuhkan Luis Gonzalez ke kanvas. Wasit Michelin yang mencoba melakukan penghitungannya akhirnya berhenti pada hitungan ke-8 melihat Luis Gonzalez yang sudah tidak merespon penghitungan wasit tersebut dan memberikan kemenangan KO kepada Riddick Bowe, yaitu pada waktu 1 menit 50 detik di ronde ke-6 pertandingan ini.
They begin round 1. You think the counter-punching style could really operate to Gonzalez's advantage. Hard right hand by Bowe. Gonzalez wobbled into the ropes. Riddick working inside where he wants to be. Now Gonzalez leans on him against the ropes. Ray Payne, an American American amateur is according to Jorge Luis Gonzalez, whoever knocked him down. But he's on the verge of going
doing an excellent job, but you just don't want to follow a puncher. This guy can throw one of those wild looping punches and drop you. It's time to work his left jab. Gonzalez, like I said, wherever there's a lot of...
Gonzalez ties him up. Right by Gonzalez, but Bowe comes right through it.
Bowe's had a hard time throwing that overhand right with smaller guys, but it seems that Gonzalez is right there for those right hands. Overhand right.
A rough first round for Gonzalez, but he survives it and keeps firing at the end.
Being effective. Think about throwing a good shot.
All right, we step back. Come on. Hey. Both of you. Hey, come on. Both of you knock that off. Come on.
You're saying that even though Riddick is dominating the fight and dealing out a lot of punishment, he's making, in your view, mental errors that could hurt him later on.
That's true. You don't follow a punch and then you don't let a puncher see. He's holding him by the head. Once you throw hard shots, you grab him by the head and it takes all your juice out of your legs.
Bowe still doing most of the damage in these exchanges and landing at close range. It's deteriorating into a brawl. Hard right hand by Bowe. That time Lane did take Gonzalez. Bowe quicker with the jab and following with the right hand. Gonzalez not yet finding the counterpunch opportunity he'd like to have. Maybe he just wants to eat his heart. That's what Gonzalez said he was going to do to him.
I haven't heard Eddie Futch so animated in the corner for a long time.
Therefore, he, Eddie, is not wasting time trying to get him back to the heavyweight title.
Gonzalez, he's weathered the storm. His jab is working now. If he doesn't get too overconfident, he can turn. He's weathered the big storm.
Gonzalez's corner telling him between rounds, use your left, go back to the jab, it's God's gift to you. Bowe just missing with the right hand over the top.
Good punch, hey, hold up. No, wait a minute. Quick punch on the blade, come on.
Perfect landing of the right hand for Bowe.
Starting to just bump into his shoulder and fall on the
left hand and letting things happen after that. He was a dropout from
the graphic, the wide margin by which Bowe is outlanding there, and Bowe's landing. Bowe with a hard right hand to the top of the head and another to the chin, but this time Gonzalez doesn't wobble, just
really
backs up against the top rope.
Really, Bowe is smelling some finishing now. He's smelling it.
But if he doesn't finish him,
the major difference is Bowe has been landing at
Jimmy Garcia. Bowe landing at will as Gonzalez leans against the ropes. Now Gonzalez tries to counter and Bowe just thuds away. That right hand over the top is landing every time, George. Another landslide scoring round for Bowe. And Gonzalez is taking quite a pounding as he sticks to his strategy of leaning against the ropes and throws very few punches in return. Bowe risking disqualification.
The referee, I would not allow him to get away with it. He's winning a fight. He doesn't need that kind of stuff.
Harold Letterman.
He staggered him after the bell rang. I mean, you know, it could have been 10-8, but the stagger was after the bell.
And no fewer than 5 Nevada State Athletic Commission officials.
Yeah, we don't want any history to be made tonight.
Hard right hand by Gonzalez, but not a lot of snap in his punches now.
So Riddick Bowe is hitting good hard shots, but he's not knocking this guy out. When you incur that much punishment, that's when the damage sits in. Riddick Bowe is starting to blow his nose a little bit.
Good body shot. Riddick Bowe with the right hand to the ribcage. Gonzalez still fighting. Wide open open for that right hand. He takes another right hand shot, wobbles away. Lane looking closely. 5th round coming to a close.
This guy's got the right height for Riddick Bowe. Comfortable with that height.
He's going to eat one more right hand before the bell rings. No, he's not.
This fight could be stopped.
You're okay. Come on, give him some water on his head.
Put water on his head.
Wash off his face.
Gonzalez is standing up to awful punishment. This is a fight that he has wanted for his entire life. He staked his whole life on it. So he is being as brave as it's possible to be in the face of this onslaught.
But he's being profoundly ineffective, too. In round 5, Bowe landed 34 punches. Gonzalez, who landed 6 punches in the preceding round, only landed 9 in round 5. His corner between rounds, Bowe's listening to Eddie Futch. On paper, that looks like a big advantage. There it goes. That should do it. That should do it. That's the first time Gonzalez has been down as a pro. And if he gets up from this, he fools me. Now, Mills Lane doesn't bother to complete the count. Another terrific right-hand shot for Riddick Bowe, and I got to tell you, Larry,
easy opponents. He was getting careless. You can't give feed a fighter setups and Holyfield won.
Well, let's take another look at the knockout. It's a beauty. Gonzalez actually kind of stepped.
For the fans at home, they'll always remember wherever there's a lot of smoke, there's a whole lot more smoke.
Referee Mills Lane reaches the count of 10 at 1 minute. World Heavyweight Champion Riddick Big Daddy